Hello. There's my candies. It's October 4th, 2019, Friday, 4/14. Living in Boulder vlog episode. So at 4/14, I like cracked. I this morning and I can't remember when. I need to start writing down when I go to sleep. It's kind of ridiculous that you go to sleep and then you get up and you can't remember when you got sleep, right when you woke up. I mean, for God's sake, it was only 8 hours ago. But it was something like, oh man, if I had to guess, 8 in the morning. I don't know. I do not know. But I'm pretty sure it was in the morning when the light was up. But I'm not even sure about that. I must have been tired or something. So, and then I was sleeping during the day. Like, oh man, I'm tired. I don't think I'm gonna buy marijuana candies anymore, man. They make you sleep. They make you sleep way too much. They put your body to sleep. Like, if you have insomnia problems, do not take sleeping pills. Sleeping pills should be off the market because all you have to do, and maybe it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a whole lot healthier. Maybe what you should do is just eat a whole bunch of marijuana candies at night, man, like a ridiculous amount. You'll get high. You'll get really high. You'll be all red-eyed. You won't know where you are. You might think that you're dying, but you'll go to sleep, man. Like not long after that, you'll be freaking out like, oh no, the goblins, and then you'll be like, yeah. So, um, so yesterday, yesterday, most of the day, I got myself involved in a really big page, which is no surprise. Every single time I try to start a page, it turns really big. That's why I'm a little bit afraid to start some new pages, which I would really like to start. For example, wouldn't that be amazing to make a world economic chart? Like to figure out, and that would be kind of a little bit difficult. I think I tried it like 10 years ago and it did not go well because you can't go into a government site and find out how much they spend on anything. Like I went into the government of, Department of Agriculture because I wanted to know how much money we subsidize the cattle industry. There was no information on the USDA on that anywhere. The only way you're gonna find it is if you go on some independent, journalist writing a story about it somewhere. But you're not gonna get it from the government website. So you know what that means? That's super super fodder, super extra ammunition. If anybody ever wants to run for office, just use that as one of your examples. Just be like, I am Mr. Transparent. If I am in the office, people will at least get to know how much motherfucking money is spent in places. Dumbasses, look at my website. Look at the chart. I'll make a chart just like that for the government. Biatches, vote for me. And you just run like that every single year. And each time they don't vote for you, it's more and more, less and less of a reason to fuck around with retards, and you can spend all your time by yourself. So, so, oh shit, I got myself. Oh yeah. So yeah, that would be amazing to make a man. I got myself carried away there. It'd be amazing to make an economic chart, but that would not be easy, dude. You'd have to be like you'd have to hire the goddamn FBI to help you out. you know, can you uncover the secret funding of, what I mean? But anyway, to build like a chart just based on what a normal human being can find on what we spend on stuff would be amazing. But the problem with that is if I tried to do that, I wouldn't be done for like 5 or 10 years. So even if I tried to make a simple one, because I know how I think, I'd get carried away and I would do this, and then the next thing I know, I'd be like, oh shit, what did I just do? I mean, I'd be working on something that would be amazing when it's done, but the thing is, I would never be done with it. So I have to stay away from that. Another thing that would be amazing to make would be an intelligence chart, having to do encompassing everything from intelligent animals all the way up to like the highest intelligence you can imagine. And then you base it off of everything. You have everything related to each other, so you base it off of brain size. So like this brain size, equals these kinds of emotions and thoughts and strategies and memories and knowledge, mystical ideas, freaking everything. You divide it up into all the different, and then you draw it out into all the different brain sizes, and and incorporate, technologies in with all the different brain sizes and intelligent levels. And then you get up to Homo sapien, and you break it up between Homo sapiens. We all have the same brain size, but the intelligence varies. So then you would have all the different intelligence levels within Homo sapien, and you assume Homo sapien can incorporate all the different intelligence levels. You would put in you would create a separate intelligence level for all the people who lived in the past. Cro-Magnons were taller than us and had bigger heads than us. Like we got smaller heads, which kind of goes against evolution. You're supposed to gradually get bigger heads, but then we got bigger heads and then we got smaller heads. So to explain the intelligence level of the Cro-Magnons and all the other humanoids that have gone, like the giants and the Denisovians and all them, the Egyptians, Atlanteans. You could create humanoids and different sizes heads with different intelligence levels, and then the aliens with intelligence levels and intelligence level. But mainly to do that for people, well, for evolution, but also for people of today, so that we have a clear idea of the difference between a dumbass and a smart person. Because we've got people up on Fox News, going on about like, you know, Bernie Sanders' speaking style or whatever, like really simple stuff that you can't go anywhere with intellectually. But we all think that that's super smart because everybody's watching it. So if we all realized that true intelligence was constantly tying everything together, and and relating it all, then that would then people would start watching people like that, and then the people on Fox News would start bringing in history. I got really happy when I saw Steve Bannon talking about history. You want these really hardcore right wing motherfuckers, Stephen Molyneux, to talk about history, because then you can use history to kick their asses with history. Because at the end of the day, whoever's the smartest with history is going to be the one who's most correct with truth. The only reason that those guys use history and can get away with it is because they're idiots and the people they're talking to are idiots. But I mean, if you listen to a Stephen Molyneux video, they they cherry pick all kinds of information. You could tear those guys apart. So, anyways, um, that's where how did I get there? So yeah, but the problem is, you can't do everything at once. So what I'm trying to do is the next best thing, which is to just to polish as many different totally fucked up pages on my website as I can. There's this page called lists. It's like lists of everything. You just divide up everything that exists and make it into lists. It's my lists page. And I originally made that more than 10 years ago because I wanted to make a list where you download it and then you can download the audio file of the Wikipedia. I converted every single one of those into audio file Wikipedia, but then I lost it. It just disappeared. It poof, all of a sudden it was gone. I didn't know where the hell it was. It didn't get saved in a file transfer or something, but they're all gone. So I need to actually today, last few days, I've got a bunch of external hard drives. I need to go and make sure that my website is dragged and dropped in all these different external websites. It's kind of complicated because it's too big to drag in one file, even though it's all HTML. Yeah, but I need to do that. I need to go and get my website. Yeah, I think because I have like videos and photos on my website. But yeah, I need to make sure that it's all backed up. It's on my server, but that's not good enough. I need to back it out all up over everywhere as soon as I can. But anyway, I wouldn't have wanted, it wouldn't have been useful anyway, even if people could download it now, because I created it like 10 years ago when the voice to text to voice sounded like shit, and it would have been way too aggravating to listen to anyway, knowing that all you have to do is highlight a Wikipedia article or whatever, and then it'll read to you with a beautiful modern voice. So I'm converting that project just into a list of stuff, not a downloads of audio files, but so I have to change the links on all of it and make it so that it all links together. It's going to look cool. And I remember I never actually finished it. I got confused at a part, like with different phyla and organizing of life, and I was like, and the computer was way too slow, and I was like, okay, I'll move on. I burned out. So I definitely have to come back and finish it. But what I want to go now is go in and just fix all the links on it as I can. or as it is now, fix all the links on it, and then go and fix all the links on what is it, my religions page, religious statistics page, which needs link fixing, and yeah, surface level stuff, and then I can go back and finish that fighter levels page, which is a total mid project, and then yeah, so and yeah, and maybe I could dance around. Maybe my English levels, English teaching is an old generation. My Egyptian Bible is in an old generation. I need to get all of my old generation stuff caught up. It's like I've got stuff that I haven't worked on for 10 years because I've just been getting myself involved in more and more super time consuming projects. My timeline is not the only ridiculously time consuming project that I have. I was working on Google Earthing Rome for like a year. If you could download it right now and check it out on your computer. I have the entire city of ancient Rome on Google Earth, and I'm almost done. I am almost done, man. One more month, 2 more months, and I am done. And it will be at a spot where I could do video captures of it and make YouTube videos of tours of the city showing all the buildings. I could make fantasy triathlons for time travel triathletes, not just Rome in its height, but Rome in every single stage. I went above and beyond. I went all the way because Google are fucking morons, man. Sergey Brin is an idiot, dude. I went on I went on Google and they have this thing called Rome Reborn, and they use a program called SketchUp, which is actually invented in Boulder. My mom knows the dude who invented SketchUp. It's this program that this asshole wants to charge $700. I even commented on his YouTube channel. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, dude. $700 for a program. Go leak a dick. I'd buy it if I had the money. But yeah, you can build, you can rebuild buildings, and you can put like windows on the buildings and put different paint jobs and paint textures on the buildings and whoop de doo, make the building like different angles of roofs, all kinds of stuff you can't do with Google Earth Polygon tool. But the problem is Google built it on a layer 300 meters above land, and they don't even take advantage of the contours of the land, and you can see through the earth down to the real land. And they have roads that go through buildings and through walls, and buildings that only have grass inside the building. And I'm like, what the fuck? How is somebody going to get into the world of Rome when I'm constantly seeing the earth 300 meters below your floating city that doesn't have any contours and has roads going through buildings? And it's like, dude, you guys just wasted probably $1 million on that because it's nobody's ever going to be interested in looking at that. What I'm building is the bomb diggity. I'm building it on the contours of the land so you can see the actual buildings. I'm, all detail, and all of it with the polygon tool. All you need is the goddamn polygon tool. You don't need fancy SketchUp, greedy ass motherfucker. So, and of course, if they could sell that program for a reasonable price, I probably would have been using it a long time ago or figured out a way to make it work. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The polygon tool is good enough. I have zero desire to get anywhere beyond polygon tool. Let somebody else take it to the next level. So, anyways, and then of course I have all of the battles and all of the kingdoms and all of the castles and cathedrals and trips from all of history on my Google Earth. I think I'm almost done with all of that. So it just drags on. So that's why it's a little bit. It kind of took me a while to finally get back around to fixing the links on these pages. But once I fix the links on these pages, I think it'll give me a great sense of accomplishment, and it'll keep me going. That's what keeps me going is finishing pages. If I was never finishing stuff or making progress, I would burn out. But because I can see my website growing, I don't burn out and I keep going. So hopefully I can finish the links. This is super easy work, brainless, mindless work. So I can listen to other stuff. I want to listen to more of human migrations and memorize all the humanoid migrations and stuff and different humanoids, because that's kind of one of the projects I'll be doing here in the next few months is getting in on the timeline for ancient history and stuff. So pre recorded history. So Yeah, my mom called me and she wants me to go over to her house like right now, like 4:30. She's like, I need you to help me. I went over there. She called me yesterday. She's like, I'm gonna feed you. I'm like, oh, okay, food. I go over there. She's on the phone for like a fucking hour after I get there. I'm here like trying to kill time, like doing her dishes and vacuuming her house. And then she feeds me and then she calls me today, hey, I need help. She calls me like every day for help. So, but whatever, it's cool. It's not that long of a ride. I need exercise anyway. So I've been talking way too long, 15 minutes and 20 seconds. She's supposed to talk for less than 10 minutes. That's the idea. So tomorrow I'm gonna just work on these time. Maybe I could fix the links on these and then get back on the fighter level page tomorrow, and then I can explain what that's all about. Okay, enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow.